Hi and welcome to this very first part of the GitHub tutorials, and we've recorded this tutorial right after the Git tutorials in order to be familiar with Git and then switch to GitHub. So the first step is to create an account inside of the GitHub website. So we're gonna head over to the github.com, and here we're going to sign up here. And so right over here there is this statement and it says enter your email. So you will enter your email right over here, and so I will do this, then continue. So you can create your own password and then continue, and then enter username. So I will enter my own username. So let's continue. And so the username is not available. Okay, I will change to another username. Then it says that would you like to receive product updates and announcements? I will hit Y for yes, and then I can start a puzzle in order to verify my account. So it says pick one square that shows two identical objects. So you need to look for two identical objects right over here, and then another one, and here we go. We can create the account, and I can choose to save or not. So I will need to check my email in order to see the verification code. So this is not the verification code email, so this one is that. So copy this and paste it right over here. There we go. And here we are. How many team members will be working with you? So you can choose any one of these based on your need. If it's just you, you will write just you. If the numbers change, here I will, for example, choose 2 up to 5, but it can vary. So here you can choose the number of options that you want based on the kind of work you're going to do with GitHub: collaborative coding, automation, CI/CD, security, client apps, project management, team administrations. You can check all of the boxes and then continue. So this is based on your own need, and here you can click on continue for free to get started with your own profile. So it's initializing, and as you can see here, we've initialized our account. So you can get started right over here with the tutorials, or you can just in order to create a new repository, click on this plus button right over here on the top right. So here is a place you can create your new repository. But if you have recently worked with GitHub, there is this new update that has been made on this popular version control system, which is web-based, and that is you need to, instead of when you want to get into your repository, or you want to push your repository to GitHub, you will instead of the password, you will need to create an access token. So in order to create that, you need to head over to the settings, and then here on the bottom of the page, developer settings, and then here we have some options. Personal access token should be chosen right over here, and then token classic should be chosen, and then generate a personal access token. So here you can choose the number of days that you want it to be work for you and then expire. So for example, I can choose 90 days or a custom number. So here I choose 90 days, and then here I can check any one of the boxes that I need for my own work. So I will choose repo and some other ones, for example, repo hook, and then you can choose any one of these according to your need, and then you can generate the token right over here. So there is this note that you need to fill. So it says personal access tokens function like ordinary, they can be used instead of password. So here you can write the name of what you want to write over here of your access key. So for example, I can write Arashtad token. There we go, and I've hit enter, and as you can see, there is this token key that you don't need to show to anyone. You need to hide it somewhere and also copy it, because you will not be able to access it again. However, if you've lost it, you can create another one, but I really recommend that you copy it and paste it somewhere safe instead of a text file where you can have access all the times. So I will copy this, and then I'm gonna paste it inside my text editor. So let me search for the text editor and paste it right over here. So that's then I can have access to it, and then I can save this somewhere safe. So I can name this my token on GitHub, and then save this. So that's it. Make sure you have this somewhere safe. And so that's it. We can create our own repository. So let's get back to our profile. I'm going to first of all show you some of the details of GitHub, and then we will in the next part we will create a new repository. So as you can see, this is your profile. You can edit your profile. Here is this is your username, and this is a heat map of your own works. Whether you have repository, you have created a repository, you have updated another repository, you have created a fork and another repository of, or you have answered to an issue. Whatever you've done, you will be able to see the heat map of your activity on GitHub based on the time. And so if you have a lot of green points here on this calendar, it shows that you have been an active person to the open source communities, and then this is going to be very important for the recruiters to note you and to hunt you. So make sure you have a very good activity, and you whatever the project that you create, and you can share it with anyone. Make sure you add it here so that you have a much more crowded heat map, and you can gain the attention of the recruiters. So right over here you can add the new repository, and there are some other options here, and if you click on the file here next to the photo, click on this arrow key to downwards, you will see that there is this profile, your repositories. This is the list of your own repositories you can click on, and then your projects and your stars. So people may give you some stars to the repositories, and then also there are some other parts. So I've shown you the settings. There are so many settings that you can add. There's also another option for adding your own organization. So you can create your own organization and also give different access levels to anyone inside of your company or organization. So here there's this organization right over here, and as you can see, it says that you're not a member of any organization. So you can transform your account, which is probably your own account, into an organization, but this is going to be a destructive and irreversible process. As you can see, there is this warning right over here. It says that this is irreversible and destructive because you might not be able to access your repositories and some of your files. So first of all, make sure you create another account and then give your access levels to your own account so that you can have control over this account, which becomes an organization. So be really careful about these things, because they're going to create a lot of effects on your own account. And if this is a personal account, then do not turn this into an organization. So I generally do not recommend doing this unless you are doing it for this kind of purpose. So this is related to the organizations. This is the repositories, which I have clicked on right over here. We have no repositories yet. We can create them in the next part of the tutorial. And notice that whatever the project we have created with Git, we can bring it right over here and also see the different levels of commitments and different updates. Also revert back to some of the previous versions as well. And there are a lot of other tools. So the basic tools that are in Git, they're also here on GitHub. There are also so many other tools that you can benefit from. So in the next parts, we're going to cover all of these details, and there are a lot to learn in this very popular web-based version control system. So that's it for this part of the tutorial, and until the next one, goodbye.